full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes, it's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Open the pod bay doors now.
Keep your friends close, but your enemies close.
I am nothing! No!
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Get busy living. Or get busy dying.
What's going on, everyone? My name's Michael, and welcome to Cinemaze, a podcast where a bunch of mates chat about cinema over some drinks. Today, I'm joined by Cinemates regulars, Nick and Will. Boys, thanks for coming into the show. How are you going?
Very good. Thanks for having us back.
No
Very
worries.
well. Thank you to be here. Got to say, Mickey D's, wow, congratulations on the Channel 7 shout out. That's huge.
true.
Thank
Well
you,
done.
thank you. Yeah, we're
Huge.
making some waves here at
Cinemates is
Cinemates.
moving up in the world.
We are.
Cop that, Joe Rogan.
We're coming for you. So in this episode, we've got another double header breaking down two of the best movies this year, in my opinion. The Northman, directed by Robert Eggers, starring Alexander Skarsgård, Anya Taylor Joy, Nicole Kidman, and Ethan Hawke, as well as Everything Everywhere All at Once, directed by the Daniels and starring Michelle Yeoh, Stephanie Hsu, Ke Quan, and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Nice.
Bloody oath.
And while we do that, we'll be drinking some coffees and some water.
No beers today, lads. Just
Bit
keeping
early
it,
for that.
and ladies, just keeping it very chill.
Yes. If you just want to hear us chat about one of these movies, we'll leave the timestamps in the show notes so you can skip ahead, and we'll be talking about Everything Everywhere All at Once first and then getting into the Northman.
Yep.
Also, as always, make sure you're following Cinemates on your chosen streaming platform and leave a 5-star review. Also, check out the Cinemaze YouTube channel where I post video essays on film and TV characters. Now, getting into it, boys, we always do a little question game for the guests.
Yep.
You guys have answered a lot of the questions, but we got some new ones.
Yes, sir.
So here we go. First question, Robert Pattinson or Andrew Garfield?
Can I take this one?
I know exactly what you're going to say.
Rob
Fire
Pattinson
away.
for sure.
Nice.
100%. I love Andrew
I
Garfield.
got to concur.
Yeah,
there,
he's
Sloan.
good. I mean, I feel like Rob, he's come so far from Twilight.
Yes.
One of my pet peeves is when I'm chatting with people and I go like, oh yeah, Rob Pattinson in this movie. And they go, the Twilight guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Get off
Shut
him.
up.
Get
Like,
off.
Literally.
It's like he's done. It's like he's swam,
Yeah.
and he's Taylor Lautner has sunk.
Oh,
Yeah.
big
Oh.
time.
Oh no, single swim. Yeah,
Yeah.
he swam. The other guy's
Yeah,
sunk.
he sucks.
Absolutely.
Gonzo.
He
What's
sucks.
Taylor Lautner doing these days? A sweet effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Pattinson's the goat.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
good.
Next question, David Fincher or Adam McKay?
Righto. Just got to remind me here. Adam McKay does the other guys. What else? Just
Vice, Big Short.
Great film.
Don't Look Up.
Great. Oh, really?
Yeah.
David Fincher. Lay it on, man. What else has he done? Just 7 or any goodies?
Social Network.
Yeah.
Benjamin
I mean,
Button.
I know he's...
Curious Case of Benny B.
Yeah. Not my favourite film.
I know, but would you
Yeah.
prefer David Fincher or this other geezer?
I prefer the other geezer.
you prefer the other geezer?
Yeah.
Why?
Other guys.
Why?
It's all time.
Other guys
Yeah.
are classic.
It's
It is a
so
classic.
funny. It's good.
Hilarious.
And don't
Aim
look
for
up
the
as well.
bushes, but
Yeah,
I don't
aim
know,
for the
man.
bushes.
7 is like that's the D. That's sorry, I'm about to say
That's the duck's nuts.
Ducks, I
Yeah.
was about to say the
Yeah.
duck's bees. but- that's the bees knees, aka the
Bees
duck's
knees and the
nuts.
duck's nuts. Yeah.
Double entendre.
Yeah. It's good, but if we're comparing them, I'll go with the other guy.
Hey,
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's really just thriller versus comedy.
What,
so
what
it's-
about yourself, Michael? Hang on.
I don't know. I absolutely love them both. Like,
Can't sit on the fence. Give me one.
no. Like,
You got
I
a
reckon
gun
you can.
to your head. Which one are you picking?
Gun
Gun to the head depends what kind of day it is. If I'm like
Yeah, yeah,
hungover,
right.
But we've
I
just
need
given
some
you an
laughs.
It's a Wednesday. You're dead sober. You've finished work. You've had a coffee. You're wide awake.
Okay. in
But
that-
I've got a great feed in
okay.
front of you.
Okay. I'm going Fincher then.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
Take me on a mind bending ride. Speaking of, he's done Mindhunter. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Fincher, 100%. That's good. Get
Yeah.
far out. Release the next season.
Enough
Get him
said.
renewed. Netflix. You dogs.
Absolutely. Next question: Nicole Kidman or Kate Blanchett?
Oh, obviously Kate Blanchett.
Obviously, you
obviously
reckon.
Kate
Okay.
Blanchett.
Dude, you're,
I mean,
Seriously,
not many people can say this,
I've got a
but
good Nicole yarn, but I'll say
Okay, let's hear the
well,
Kate
I
yarn.
mean, were you in the? So
was.
Will and I did
was.
a high school play, and she came and watched it.
Oh, because her
kids-
son.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Romeo. There were two, weren't they? There was Romeo and the other one.
Yeah. Was it Romeo? Was
His
it?
name is Romeo. Romeo, classic thespian names their kid Romeo. What's your daughter's name? Juliet. But yeah, so yeah, kids went to review. She was living in Hunters Hill. Katie
She
Blanchett.
was, yeah. And she came and watched our play, and she
came
backstage and she said hi to us.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, she's beautiful.
She is.
Her presence.
Yeah, stunning.
She's a lovely
and I
woman.
think
Elegant.
I think Will and I like her a lot more because she is Lady Galadriel in Lord of the Rings.
Fucking oath.
She like that opening narration, her character,
Yeah.
she fucking nails that.
She
Absolutely.
does. She
and
does.
Nicole Kidman, I mean, yeah,
came back for The
she's great.
Hobbit, which I wouldn't have expected.
I would not have
Yeah.
expected that. She,
Beautiful.
yeah,
Absolutely. She's queen.
she's a queen. She's great.
Makes
And
sense.
she was really
Galadriel's
good
a
in
queen.
Don't Look Up.
Oh, she was.
I didn't realize that was her.
Is she magnetic? Or she's great in Don't Look Up.
I didn't realize it was her until. Did they make it look like she got a facelift, or she got?
Yeah,
a
it
facelift?
made her look like she'd had Botox.
Yeah, that's the whole
yeah,
point.
yeah.
That's the whole point.
Fake
She looked-
teeth.
Yeah,
She got
No.
nominated for it, I think.
Did she?
Yeah.
I was about to say
Good.
she looked.
She killed
looked
it.
Stunning.
Yeah,
I was gonna
absolutely
say something
stunning.
else, but
Also,
yeah, she
like
looked
a
beautiful
different
in that.
character.
Yeah.
Very different. Like she doesn't normally play like.
she
quite
played that
satirical-
very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Killed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
Next question. Toy Story or The Lion King?
Ooh,
Whoa.
that's a tough one.
I'm gonna-
I'd probably say Toy Story just for reasons that like I grew up with it. What?
I was just picturing back to the last time we went, you are a toy.
You're a child's plaything.
I was like, calm it down, Tismo.
But yeah, Toy Story for me.
100% Toy Story as well.
Yeah.
I reckon.
First animated feature-length film, wasn't it? I think so.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Was it before Bug's Life?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about
Bugs Life used to
Shrek?
Scare me.
No, mate, Shrek
Was
was
Shrek the one where they used to send the Disney animators if they were doing bad, they'd send them to Shrek as like a, have you heard that, Yara?
No,
No?
I haven't.
So I think it was
Shrek's like
Shrek.
the
It was like
punishment.
they were narrating. They were doing Pocahontas, I think. Sorry, thanks, Nick. They were doing. Gotta get close to the mic. They're doing Pocahontas and Shrek, and they're like, "Oh, if you stuff up, we're gonna send you to Shrek."
Interesting.
Because Shrek was for like the rejects. And they're like this movie is gonna be shit. Like, they're like, you're doing bad, or you've stuffed up on Pocahontas. We're sending you to Shrek. All the animators, obviously, and whatever else. And yeah, they obviously sent him to Shrek, and then
Yeah.
Shrek blitzed it.
Yeah.
It also could have been Emperor's New Groove. So
Yeah.
we might have to. We might have to
No,
do
no,
all
no,
that.
Bit of a fact check
Well, no,
on
no,
that
hang
one.
on. No, I'm saying like first feature-length, like 3D animation. Toy Story.
Oh, 3D.
Yeah,
but-
that's
okay.
what I meant. Yeah, obviously there's been features since.
Yeah.
All right, let's clarify. It was 3D animation.
Okay.
I know it a bit of a time constraint, but just a quick fact for the listeners with Toy Story 2.
Yep.
Did you know that they almost lost the whole movie?
Oh,
I
that's
saw
a good
this.
fact.
It's a
I
great
saw
fact.
this.
For those who
That's
don't know,
sick.
just quickly, they were like, 90% of the way completed with
Yeah.
the movie, and one of the animators fucked up and like pressed something wrong, and the movie started deleting right in front of their eyes, and the whole movie is getting deleted. And then they've
Yeah,
worked
no,
out that one of the animators was on maternity leave,
Yeah.
had a computer
had
at
it.
home,
Yeah,
and she had the whole
backed
thing
it up.
backed
Yeah.
And they only lost like 2 weeks of work.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That is
I remember
such a
that,
funny
yeah.
fact.
Imagine that.
Could you
Squirting
believe-
out a kid and you
Yeah.
just saved.
Saved
and this
a
movie
huge
made
film.
millions.
And Mozza.
She's a
Absolute-
hero. She's a
Yeah.
hero.
Good on her. That's such a funny
That's
story.
so good.
Throw out Walt Disney's frozen head and fucking freeze her.
Oh.
She's a queen. Save her.
All right, next question. Stranger Things or Game of Thrones?
Stranger Things. Stranger Things. Yeah.
Splitting hairs there, man.
Nah, Stranger
Oh,
Things. No.
that's
for
a
sure.
toughie. That's a toughie.
Are you gonna? I'm sure you're gonna break down season 4
Oh,
in a
absolutely.
future
Oh,
episode.
that's
100%.
That'll be a fun
Right, we
episode.
might have to get on for a bit of GOT.
Yeah.
8 seasons though. Where do you start? Season 1, obviously.
New series coming out as well.
With Johnny Snow,
House
Kit
of Dragons.
Harington. Oh, House of Dragons, right?
Oh, and the Jon Snow
and the
prequel.
Jon Snow.
It's 2.
There's 2, Nick.
Wow.
So obviously George R. R. Martin's probably going to not finish Game of Thrones. He's still got 2 fucking books to write.
Yeah,
I'm going to
yes.
say Game of Thrones because I've read the books and is it like are we talking about the whole universe, like everything?
Everything.
I'm going to say Game of Thrones. I love Stranger Things, but I've read A Song of Ice and
Okay,
Fire,
fair
and
enough.
it is some really, really awesome
yeah,
fantasy.
I can imagine.
writing.
I haven't read
I'm a
it.
big book
I haven't
nerd.
read it
I love
either.
my fantasies.
Yeah, you
and
are.
That
You're a
is
book nerd.
Song of Ice and Fire is one of the greats.
Yeah, I've heard it's fantastic.
Lot of
But for
dicks.
me, a lot of
cock.
willies.
A lot of wieners in the book as well.
Yeah,
very graphic,
really.
really weird.
And then he takes out his wiener.
Why is he writing about that?
He's a fucking weirdo. Yeah, no, I think here's the thing. The yarn, because he's done a dance. Oh, hang on. House of Dragons.
Yeah,
About the Targaryens. That'll be sick, I reckon. It's got Matt Smith. 11th Doctor or 12th, who knows?
Look at this wiener. Judge it by its size. Rub it 3 times and it has a surprise.
Sorry, that's a South Park
Forget
reference.
it. Yeah, don't worry.
Niche there.
But
What are you choosing, Nick?
I chose Stranger Things.
Okay.
Sick.
The
The
love
Duffer
it.
Brothers?
Yeah.
Duffer Brothers. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Don't need to say anymore.
Have we
Everyone
all seen
knows.
season
Yeah,
4?
it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Have you
Seen
finished
season-
it?
Well, I'm up to date.
Yeah, up to date.
Part
Yeah,
2.
we've got the next part coming.
Yeah, next
That'll
week.
be fun.
So
I'm
you've
very
seen
keen for
that, but you haven't finished fucking Band of Brothers.
All right,
Mate, you gotta watch it.
I finished Chernobyl though. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
How was that?
Fantastic.
So
Obviously,
good.
You've
good.
seen that.
I've seen
Is
it.
That's not. Have you done that yet?
No.
No,
I'll get
that's-
around to
ooh,
it.
mate.
Okay.
Ooh, my
that
possible
was-
future episodes.
On Chernobyl?
Keeping yourself on.
Yeah.
Where's the
Chernobyl's great.
graphite? Not even a line. What's the
All
next
right,
one?
good answers, boys. That's it.
Good.
It's a long-winded yarn.
So, in the last episode, we had a Cinemates elevator pitch from my brother James, who recommended Boiling Point. Now,
Have you seen it, Will?
No, I haven't.
if you haven't seen it, go do yourselves a favor and
good?
watch Boiling
seen it?
Point. Yes, it is phenomenal. It's filmed as one take. There's
Wow.
not a single cut. They literally
Oh,
filmed
cool.
from start to finish. They were meant to film it 8 times, but then COVID hit and they'd only
Yeah.
filmed it 4 times
Yeah.
from start to finish.
Question: is it done like they did in Birdman
No,
in
no, no.
1917, or is
No,
it
no.
No,
just
it's literally
one?
one.
It doesn't go behind a wall.
It doesn't cut. It's actual
does
one
not
shot.
cut.
Holy
Wow,
shit.
that's like
Yes.
that Russian film. I think it's called Russian Ark.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
like
yeah.
a 2-hour long movie with no cuts. They go through like some museum or something. It's weird, it's
Yeah.
strange, but
Have you seen
yeah,
it?
Nonetheless,
I haven't seen it. I've seen clips from it. It's fucking strange.
it's weird.
Yeah,
Unreal.
Nonetheless, Boiling Point, like so seamless. The story is like really tense. You're following a chef in his restaurant and all these things go bad. There's like shitty customers. Someone's got a nut allergy. All these things that seem like really basic,
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
it's phenomenal.
Cool. I'll check it out.
Goes for 90 minutes. The cast is brilliant. Stephen Graham is
Oh!
the main actor.
I know
Who's
that
Stephen
geezer.
Graham?
This
Yeah.
guy, he's
Show me.
bloody good. You might know him, Stephen Graham.
Oh,
He's
The
in like
English lad.
Snatch.
Yeah, he's good.
He's been in like Snatch
Yeah.
a lot of those. He always
Yeah.
plays like some big bruiser.
Is he also in,
He's in Peaky Blinders, the latest season. He plays the warehouse manager.
Is he also in one of the Pirates of the Caribbeans? I swear,
Yes.
it's one of the
He's the one of
comedy-
the crew. Like
yeah. One of the
we can actually Google
one of the comic
Pirates of the
relief
Caribbean
characters.
on Stranger Tides.
Yeah, he's on
Yeah.
Stranger Tides. He's the one. Yeah,
Oh, yeah. He's part of Blackbeard's crew.
yeah.
No, he's phenomenal. Seriously, such a good movie. The director, Philip Barantini. I'm gonna say that Boiling Point is a masterpiece.
Wow, cool.
That's big.
That's
And
Coming from
I'm gonna
the
say
Cinemax
that
captain in
it's one of the
charge.
best elevator pitches so far.
ooh.
So James, thank you. If I haven't made my case enough, go watch Boiling Point. And
Sure.
because it was so good, I'm gonna flip it back to the Cinemates community and say that this is my extended elevator pitch to you all.
Wow, cool. Wow,
So-
first time extended elevator pitch.
Extended. So go give Boiling Point a
Huge.
go. Let me know your thoughts. And if you want to feature on the next episode, you can send in a little reaction
For sure.
to the listeners out there. So getting into it, to the listeners out there who haven't seen Everything Everywhere All at Once yet, boys, what would you say about the Kindness multiverse film in one word?
I said a lot. Is that 2 words?
I think that's 2, but we'll go with
You know
it.
what I mean.
A lot?
It's
Is it
a lot.
one? It's a lot.
It's
It
a
is.
lot.
What are you saying, Will?
We'll put a hyphen in there. We'll say, is that full on?
Full on. Sure.
Put a hyphenate that,
Yeah.
make it one word.
Yeah.
Full on.
Yeah.
Full on.
Yeah.
You?
I'm going to say amazing.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely.
So if you haven't seen it, go watch it. Now, talking about the Northman, what's your one word about the Nordic film to the listeners?
I said Skyrim.
Oh,
Reminded me so
Nice.
much of
Yeah.
Skyrim in
Yeah,
such a
yeah.
good way.
yeah.
Need something.
Need something. Oh, the Dragonborn has returned. Anyways, we could go on that for hours.
Oh, we
but
could. That's
I
Skyrim.
thought it just reminded me so much of Skyrim and made me very nostalgic.
That's interesting.
Yeah, Skyrim. One word.
What do you
Will.
say?
Yeah, I was going to say epic. Like, it is an epic.
It
and
is
there
an
actually hasn't been, like, I feel like an epic in a while.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
back in the day, you had Gladiator, Kingdom of Heaven, all these awesome. Like,
Yeah.
The King actually has probably been one of my favorite epics of recent
With
times.
Timothée.
With Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah. Fuck, that's a good film.
And Johnny and Lily Rose Depp.
yeah.
My favorite
Yeah.
last name. Don't trust her.
Unreal.
But yeah, epic. Because I
Yeah.
was like, it was ridiculous, and I have a massive hard on for like anything Nordic. So.
Yeah.
History. Yeah, absolutely.
100.
For sure.
I'm gonna double that and say insane. Just
Yeah.
like
100%.
it's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, I
Go
agree.
watch it if you haven't. So getting into everything everywhere all at once first, boys, what were your sort of overall thoughts of the movie?
Well, I thought the movie, at its surface, obviously, it's got like a very interesting story, and it's like
Yeah.
the editing's crazy, like the score and everything. Like, it's a very interesting story, but I think at its heart, it had a really good message.
Yes.
What I interpreted from it was basically throughout life, you kind of catch yourself going, "Oh, I wonder what my life would be like if I'd made that decision, if I'd done that. Like, what would it be differently?" And the movie kind of tells us to just sort of don't worry about it and just be in the moment
Yeah.
and be like happy with
What you got?
with your life, with what you got.
I agree.
Yeah.
There's good moments and there's bad moments
Yeah.
and like in life and
Enjoy the ups and
geez,
downs.
we're getting deep here straight
Yeah,
away.
It's you know what? It's no. Sorry, you go.
I was just gonna add, like, there's these moments of like nothingness, and they show how they say how like good that is, and you just
Yeah.
got to enjoy it.
yeah.
Peaks and troughs, ups and downs, ebbs and flows. That's life, baby.
No, it's a great message.
Yeah.
There's mountains and valleys in there, baby. No, I agree. I think what my huge interpretation was how important family is.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, I think it's like, you know, you'll always, this is a bit too deep.
No,
do
go
it.
ahead.
But start
Do
crying.
it.
No, it's like, you know, you'll always go ups and downs with your family members, but, you know, as they always say, blood's thicker than water.
True.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I thought it was just a feel good movie. You know what I
Such a
mean?
feel good.
Was.
Came out, your heart's full.
Yeah,
And you go
yeah.
like, it's just, it was
was
just
blown
a
away.
fucking blown
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Feel good.
I remember because I saw it twice. First one, I saw it by myself on like a hungover Sunday.
Oh, game over.
I know. And like
that would've
everyone
been-
I'd seen all these things about how it was like the best movie ever, 100% Rotten Tomatoes. I was like, what is this about?
Oh,
And I went and
So
saw it
true.
and my mind was just blown away.
yeah.
But I did feel good at the end of
I
it.
had a great first cinema experience with it because I didn't watch any trailers.
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about.
Well, a
Like,
trailer wouldn't
Didn't
explain
give it-
what it's
I know,
about.
I know.
You couldn't. I feel like you couldn't explain it in a trailer.
No,
I remember asking, so people had seen it before, going, "Oh, what's it about?" And they just go,
can't explain.
"It's everything, everywhere, all at once." And I go, "Well, what do you mean?" And then I watch it and go, "Okay, that makes
That
sense."
is a shit analogy. How explain it? Oh, I'm saying it's the Batman.
It's
Yeah,
the title. No, but it's the title. It's everything.
If I
It
had
is.
a knife,
Everywhere all
bro.
at once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I was gonna say this is a hilarious point. I saw
Yeah.
it with my brother and a few of his mates, and we went and had lovely yum cha before.
Lovely.
bed.
Nice.
And we're sitting there, and obviously there were this guy and a girl behind us.
Yeah.
And obviously they must have been on a first date or
Right,
something.
yeah.
Because this girl was going like, just
Oh.
laughing at everything. And I was looking around and I was like, is this chick right?
Yeah, yeah,
It was quite immersion breaking.
Yeah,
Because everyone's
yeah.
pissing themselves.
Oh.
And she's like,
Oh, she was
and
really.
a horrible laugh. And I was
Yeah.
like, come on.
I had a similar experience with an annoying cinema goer. I was watching it with our friend Liam, and it was the scene with the rocks. Hilarious scene, by the way. I'm sure we'll get into it
Yeah,
later.
yeah.
But there's one we're talking, and everyone's kind of giggling like it was a great scene, and then some bloke up the back of the cinema goes, "Just be a rock," and everyone just went dead silent. And I was like, I
Shut
turned
the
around, I was
fuck
like,
up.
mate,
Bomb. What
shut
a
up.
loser.
Swing and a miss, baby.
Mate, that is
Oh.
shocking.
Annoying.
I hate
would
that.
Make me so
Yeah.
fucking red hot angry.
Man.
Michael, what were your thoughts?
Glad you asked, Nick. I just thought, it had everything. You were laughing, you were crying.
Yep.
Camera work was great. I think, like, the opening, I remember it's like starts on a mirror
The mirror.
Yeah.
and
so
it
cool.
flips, and like there's all these little like cool like sound effects and transitions.
Yeah.
The CGI is insane.
Really good.
yeah.
Like
The fight
like-
choreography.
yeah, how did they do it?
Did we write
Like
this down?
how did they do it?
Choreography.
Yeah.
You got all the shots of like flicking through all the universes, and it's just like you can have a seizure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, sure. I mean, like the fight choreography, obviously why it's so like Michelle Yeoh.
Michelle,
Oh, jeez, I'm gonna get Google up.
that's all right.
Michelle
Say
Yeoh.
Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michelle Yeoh obviously is like a martial artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've seen Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
Yeah.
Now that's a film. That
I
was
have.
like
Phenomenal.
a sort of breakout. Obviously, she did all like the Chinese, Hong Kong pictures. That was a breakout.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it had a couple of other greats in there.
Yeah.
She's bloody good in that. And
Yeah.
so obviously she's just kicking ass when she does the fight.
She's so
choreography.
good.
She's
and
so
that's
good.
like when I noticed watching it for the second time, I was kind of I don't know why I didn't notice it first time, but I went, hang on, she's doing all of these fight
Yeah.
scenes and
Yeah.
she's fucking nailing it.
Well,
same with
Ki-hee Quan.
Ki Kwan. He is so good.
Yeah.
Short round.
Short
So
round.
good.
He's-
Indiana Jones Temple
that
of Doom.
Blew my
Yeah.
mind when someone goes,
I did
yeah,
not
that's-
realise
That's
that.
short round.
Yeah, yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
and you go, oh my God,
yeah,
that is.
yeah, yeah.
Okie dokie,
Yeah.
Dr. Jones.
Dr. Jones.
Yeah, well, because I didn't realize that he retired from acting,
He
and
did,
this was
and he
his
ma-
first
Dude, and
movie
he
in
talk about
20 years.
Talk about a return.
Oh,
Return
man.
of the King. I tell you what.
Return of
Return of
Man,
the King.
he's so good. Even the
He's
like
so good.
emotional scenes as well, which
Can
we'll
we
get
talk
into.
About, he went from looking like a goober in his
Yeah.
average day dress. When he's suited up,
Yeah.
Oh.
Handsome as-
Handsome as fuck.
talk about a silver fox.
Yeah, he's not silver, but
more of a dark,
Dashing.
very handsome.
dashing. Yep.
I just want to say as well, the story which you talked about, Nick. I think it's probably the most unique story
Absolutely.
I've ever seen. Like
I thought it
Who
was
came up with it as an idea? It's such a.
So
the
who were the-
directors.
the directors. Yeah,
I know,
they
it's just saying, like,
who comes up with
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's
Oh.
more of a rhetorical. Yeah,
I agree.
gotcha.
No, like we'll talk about it later. Like
Yeah.
the most minute things, which we can definitely dive into. But like, it's 3 parts. I was reading the synopsis because like I couldn't really explain what it's about as well. But this is the synopsis.
Gotcha.
Chinese American woman being audited by the IRS discovers she must connect with parallel universes to prevent a powerful being from causing the destruction of the multiverse.
Yeah.
Do you know who that
That's a
sounds
mouthful.
like? Someone wrote that on shrooms or something.
Yeah.
They're taking a bunch of tabs and they're
Yeah.
like, "This is a movie."
Legit.
Yeah.
And I was looking into this. So the Daniels, they started researching like multiverses in 2010. And then they began writing it in 2016. And they like that was when like Rick and Morty,
Yeah, there wasn't really much
Spider-Verse.
multiverse stuff.
Yeah.
Spider-Verse.
They would have felt like.
Late to the party.
Yeah. and-
No, but what I was going to say, I tell you what's a shit multiverse movie
Far
is Bing Bong Bing, Doctor Strange multiverse.
Oh,
on Madness.
shocking.
And just watching
God,
how
that
one
was a
movie does it
bomb.
so well and
And
how
one
another
does it
movie can
poorly.
just
Yeah.
do it so
And
badly.
all, obviously,
so bad.
Marvel's been hyping up the multiverse.
Yeah,
for
they've been,
yonkers.
and I'm just not into the
And
multiverse
it's
at
like,
all.
and it's
I'm
like
just-
congratulations, is it Kevin Feige, you got a fucking egg on your face. That was shit.
Terrible.
Oh.
Back to everything everywhere though.
Yeah. Few last things. Acting was awesome, as we've
course.
spoken about.
Yep.
One more thing. They originally wrote it for Jackie Chan.
Yes.
Wow, I did not.
But
realize-
Michelle
Did we know
Yeoh.
this?
Did we?
Yes, maybe I googled it. I did. I don't know. Anyways, but that's and then Jackie Chan was like he didn't want to do it, and then they obviously changed the part. which
Wow.
I actually think, for some reason, I feel like with Jackie Chan, like he's
Yeah.
more of a star, so I feel like it wouldn't have. I don't think it would have had as much of
Yeah.
like the scene. Like Michelle, you can see like. She's, she works the laundromat. Whereas if I saw Jackie Chan working at a laundromat, I go,
Yeah.
this guy's about to start.
Yeah, I the whole time I'm going,
You
oh,
would
it's
know
Jackie
that.
Chan, it's
No,
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan.
He's
I feel
such
like
a
it would break
star,
the
and he's
immersion.
great. But
Yeah.
it really, I was those characters were so believable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Michelle Yeoh, one of her last movies was like Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah.
She was so.
So
good
then
in
you
that.
see her in this and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They actually took footage from the press dunk of Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah.
And put it in the film.
I thought that was
obviously
cool.
when she's like in that
Yeah,
universe where
yeah.
she's in the fucking dress
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
That was from Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah.
Sick.
Shout out
Epic.
to my boy Remy.
So now we want to get into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's talk about what were our sort of favorite scenes from the movie.
So I think, there's so
There's
many.
so many.
There's so many. I think the scene that definitely jumped out when Will and I watched it for the second time was the first elevator fight scene. So when
Yes.
they're in
Oh, yeah.
the
In the IRS.
IRS building, and it's Waymond, does the verse jump, and he gets his fighting skills, and he's got his fanny pack, and he's
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
whipping those
people,
guards.
Puts the rocks from the
Yeah, the
fish
rocks from the
tank
fish
in
tank, yeah.
and just starts smacking.
And
around.
again, the fight
Fight
choreography
choreography
was
is
so,
so
good,
good.
in
Yeah.
that. I love
the guy can throw hands. One might say.
absolutely. He's
Yeah.
very good in that.
Also, just
He-
before
so
that,
munches the
chapstick. Yeah. I remember like, what's he doing in the fanny pack? And he opens it up and he's twisting a chapstick up and he just eats it.
I was like, what's
the whole cinema like
on?
burst out laughing.
You go, what is this geezer doing? I thought that was really a cool point of the movie where it's like, obviously to gain the
powers of the verse power,
you have to do something weird. Like, for example, when the guys tried to jump on the bloody butt plug.
That's it.
And the dildo. That was so funny.
And
you see the bloke that like
swan dive.
Yeah.
And he's like
Ooh.
jumping
the other guy-
head first.
The guy's got the trophy in his ass. Oh my god.
That was easily the best scene.
Yeah.
Like, so the second time I watched it with mates, and I knew what was about to come, and they were just like, "What are they trying to do?" Oh, that was so funny.
Something as well, not necessarily like a scene in general, but all of the symbolisms of circles in the movies.
Yeah,
It's something I sort of picked up and noticed, like sort of foreshadowing. You know, the opening shot that we talked about before, how it's the circle
mirror.
and it's like the family's in it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the first shot. It's like, you know, her. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like her family was like everything she needed.
Yeah,
it was
it's
like
the
all.
but it was right there.
Big, yeah, they
that's
show
it.
it.
It was,
It was right
till the
there.
start of
It's all
the
there.
film.
It's just
She
like
didn't realise.
connecting with
It's like
your family.
it's like they give you like the message of the film.
Yeah, in the first shot, and
it's like it's all about.
in
family.
hindsight, you go that first shot makes sense.
100%.
What about something that was a wig out for fucking hot dogs?
Oh,
That
The hot dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Wait.
You go. You
I,
go.
I want to, because you mentioned how did they come up with these things? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
the hot dog multiverse,
Yeah.
or universe rather,
Yeah.
they ejaculate mustard,
Yes.
they flap their hands around,
Yes.
and they play piano with their feet. Like,
Yes.
how do you think of that?
But the thing that I really enjoyed about that is that when those scenes come up and those gags show up and the jests of like the different multiverses being
Yeah.
weird and the Raccacoonie, that scene is so
Oh,
funny.
we'll talk
When there's
about
a raccoon
Raccacoonie
and he goes like,
We'll get
she
to
knows
the
too much. She's seen too much. That made us lose it.
We got
Yeah.
the Raccacoonie.
But the thing that I really enjoyed about the writing of the story is that all of those scenes and all of those characters, they all come full circle. They're not just
They're
one
not
time
just
gags.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
that.
They're all part of
they all
the.
added to the story.
They're all
Like, it
added to
wasn't
the
just like
story. It wasn't just
an
a one time.
aside. Yeah,
Look at this funny universe with hot
Yeah,
dog
yeah.
for fingers. It's like
agree.
that was actually like a plot point.
Love
was
that.
used
That is
throughout,
such a good
which
point.
I loved.
Yeah,
That was
So good.
Yeah,
I think let's talk about Raccacoonie.
yeah so funny.
One of the funniest scenes is where like there's the Evelyn who's at the teppanyaki
Yeah,
place,
yeah.
and she like throws an egg at the customer
Yeah,
by
yeah,
accident.
yeah,
the
yeah.
customer's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And then she goes back into the kitchen and like sees Raccacoonie.
Yeah.
And she exposes him, and
And it's like a little puppet. It's so funny.
And he's
That
like,
whole scene.
yeah.
he's like, "You took everything from me," and he's like crying, like Raccacoonie. It's
whole
so
scene.
funny.
was so. And then when she's running to go get Raccacoonie and she's
Yeah.
on, or it was the guy on her shoulders.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
god,
So
that was
good.
that like whole sequence was
Something that I'd like to
hilarious.
touch on, which we haven't, is how good James Hong is in the
Yeah.
movie as the
Yeah,
granddad.
Yeah.
Gong Gong,
Gong
I
Gong.
think.
Gong Gong.
He is hilarious. He is so good. And like, I love how it's like the contrast with him when he's like the old man and then he turns
Yeah,
into like
yeah.
that agent and he's on that wheelchair. The scene that Hank and I lost it at when Alpha Joy is with Evelyn and she's showing her the bagel for the first time.
Yeah,
and then Alpha Gong Gong like speeds past on his little mobility scooter and like launches her down the hallway and like comes back. And it's like,
That scene
We
was
lost it.
so weird.
So
What, he's he plays the goose or the duck or whatever in
Kung Fu
Kung Fu Panda.
the secret ingredient of my secret ingredient noodle soup.
Oh, so good. I think in that scene, we see like Alpha Joy and like how she's Jobu Tapaki.
Is that when she beats him up with dildos?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
So
that
funny.
scene's
And
hilarious.
also, I don't know if you guys laughed at this, but like she pretends to get shot by the police.
Yeah,
And she
yeah.
like licks the blood
Yeah,
and she's like,
yeah.
organic,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
pulls out the like ketchup.
That's hilarious.
Just like little funny things like that are just so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, the name Jobu Tapaki. Where the fuck did that come from?
no idea. Another great scene. You talked about it where that fucking guy in your cinema ruined it, but I thought the rock scene was really good.
Right,
like
really good.
2 rocks
Yeah.
and some text.
Yeah.
And like
It's great.
It's just so good. And like
Googly eyes.
googly eyes. I can't remember what was like. There's like a funny bit, and they like laugh at it.
Yeah, and it's just like the.
What was
text.
that quote?
Yeah, I forgot. But that's
I don't know,
hilarious.
but
And
that
they
was a
just go,
great scene.
Yeah, everyone was pissing themselves.
For no sound.
Yeah,
as
no
well.
sound.
Yeah, no sound.
Well, that couldn't have been the. I've literally forgotten the name of the really famous gorge in fucking America.
The
Grand Canyon.
Oh, God,
I don't know if
I
it
don't think it
was.
was a Grand Canyon.
You
It didn't
sure?
look like it.
I don't know.
Anyways,
That was great. I've just remembered one of the quotes that I really liked when it was Waymond and Evelyn in the universe where she's a movie star and he's a successful businessman.
Yeah.
How he says the line saying like, you know, just for what it's worth, like I would have in another universe, I would have loved to do laundry and taxes with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Showing that like in every universe, Waymond still goes back to Evelyn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
I
good.
agree. That's a great quote.
Awesome quote. And
that-
what a character.
Yes, that
Yeah.
whole like the movie star sequence.
Yeah.
got me in the feels.
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
Yeah. What
For
about
sure.
awesome sequence was when they showed the footage of all the different
the montages?
montage of all
Yeah.
the
We were,
different
we were
universes.
talking about that. I wonder how many shots
Yeah.
there would be in that because it's
Yeah.
there's so
many, and it's awesome.
Heaps.
What
That
was
would
the
be one quick Google away, to be honest.
no the editor's name? Paul Rogers. That's the guy who edited it.
Yes.
Hats off to him.
Hats off.
Incredible.
like in throughout the whole thing, the editing of like the different flicking between the universes and just the fight scenes
Insane.
in general. He needs a nod, for
Especially
that,
to
for sure.
weave it all back.
Yeah.
Those multiverses that you
That would
talked
have been
about.
a tough film to edit because
Oh.
there's a lot going on.
Well, they filmed it in COVID and it came out this year.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
year. Yeah.
Yeah. So
filmed
it
it on
took
a-
ages to
Yeah,
to
that would have
edit.
taken a while.
Small budget, wasn't it? Like not.
Yeah,
it was
20 million.
20 mil.
Are you serious? 20
Swear.
million?
A24 doesn't fucking miss, do they?
They
It's
do
crazy.
not miss. They wow.
Just
That's
on
nice,
that,
yeah.
I was watching, you know how there's those like Vanity Fair videos
Yeah.
where the directors and the actors break
Break
down
it
a
down.
scene.
Yeah.
So they filmed it during COVID.
Yep.
And there's a scene where, and this is to do with the budget, like they are smart with how little money they
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
So there's the scene where Alpha Evelyn accidentally takes the wrong choice and she goes back home or whatever with Waymond.
Yes.
And they're in the
and she's in the truck.
The
truck.
Yeah.
and so in this scene, Michelle Yeoh was in Paris and they needed to reshoot something.
Yeah.
And in the scene, like she's actually been like green screened in Paris and they filmed it and put her in the truck to like
Far
save
out.
money. And then the other thing was Jamie Lee Curtis's like IRS agent character's like outside, like
Yeah.
trying to kill
Yeah.
her. And,
Yeah.
and there's a hand with like the orange
Yeah,
jumper on the
yeah,
truck.
yeah.
And that was one of the directors
Oh,
like
yeah,
had to
just-
just have his
Yeah.
fake hand on there. So they just like
so funny.
did all these things to like save money and they
Yeah.
That's
made
another
it
thing.
so
What about
good.
Jamie Lee Curtis,
She
wow.
was so unreal. in
Wow,
it.
she
So
was
good.
When
Hilarious.
watching that for the first time, I kind of just go, "Oh, she's just like the one
cameo.
villain who's
Yeah.
going to be like a little like
Yeah.
comic relief, whatever."
yeah.
Ended up being like quite an integral character,
And
Yeah.
she did so well.
and she really did
again
well.
acted the house down.
Yeah, act
Yeah.
the absolute house down.
Yeah, she was unreal.
Hats off. She, very
Because
good.
like I haven't seen her in much. I actually have not seen many Jamie Lee Curtis
No.
movies. Period. But
Yeah.
Halloween, obviously.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, she was really, really unreal in that.
Yeah, I thought she was funny. Like
Yeah,
her character like is this IRS agent who thinks she's like a
So
cop.
funny.
Yeah.
And she's like assaulting an IRS agent,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
just
yeah.
like
I mean, you can't really
little
go and
things.
punch someone in the nose, can you?
No.
The IRS, they're big smokes in them, but like they're
Yeah.
classified as like government. It's like a
Yeah,
assault
yeah,
on an
right.
official.
Yeah,
so you
right.
get done.
You get done big time.
um
One more thing,
you go.
and we've kind of touched on it, but the soundtrack, like the original
Oh,
score,
so good.
was
The use-
beautiful. And like the use of something I liked when I think it was the guy getting beaten up with the dildos. How it was like Claire de Lune playing.
Yeah.
Bob,
Great
dude.
song.
You stole my
So good.
Yeah. Oh, were you gonna say that?
I was going to say
Sorry,
that. Claire de
man.
Lune, dude. It was quite prevalent almost throughout the movie. Wasn't
I think
It
it showed
was.
up twice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic song.
I thought, yeah, with the score, like another really emotional scene was where Waymond is like trying to stop Evelyn
Oh,
and he's like crying and he's
Yeah.
like, just be
Just
kind.
be kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
That
and
was-
then
and
you
it
get
brings
the
her back,
montage
and it
of
brings-
like
yeah.
all the times that Waymond is like kind in all the different
Yeah.
multiverses.
And because that made me tear up.
That
Oh,
did.
Yeah,
Dead set.
100%. Because
It wasn't
obviously
his voice.
So
So good.
Alpha Joy was like the whole point is that she's like showing Evelyn the bagel and like is basically being like, come in this abyss with me where nothing matters and you can be like a nihilist about life. And she starts doing it where she goes
Ruining
off,
all these
smashes the
universes,
window, ruining all the different universes. And then obviously Wayman brings her back.
Yeah.
Just be kind. And then she realizes like, oh, hang on, like this guy's loved me in every universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It's been right in front of me.
He's been there the whole time and then brings her back.
Yeah.
Love that character.
So good.
Something because I know the Daniels. Have you guys seen Swiss Army Man?
I haven't. I've heard such good things.
Yeah, it's an.
You didn't really like it, did you?
Yeah, I think maybe my brain wasn't developed.
Yeah,
because it was like it's quite similar to Everything Everywhere All at Once, where you're just like,
a lot going
what
on.
the fuck?
Yeah,
really, it's good. It's got
Daniel
Paul
Radcliffe.
Dano and Daniel Radcliffe in it. It's good.
Right.
It's worth a watch.
Okay.
But like,
good cast.
Great cast.
Yeah,
The thing
I
is-
love Daniel Radcliffe. Yeah, I mean, great actor.
Another man who's like made his bones post Harry Potter.
Oh, for sure,
Like,
absolutely.
Emma Watson's doing her own thing. She's
Yeah.
not really acting though much, is she? No.
Not really.
And then Rupert Friend's just like
Rupert
He's
Grint.
just living.
oh fuck.
Rupert
What's his name?
Grint.
I'm getting
Grint.
confused. Is there a Rupert Friend? Fine.
No, you're thinking of old mate
guy
Grand
from-
Inquisitor.
Yeah,
in old,
yeah. That is
in
Rupert
Kenobi.
Friend.
Yeah.
I'm not an idiot. Yeah. No, so worth watching. That's
absolutely.
a good point.
So yeah, same directors.
Same, yeah, because
Yeah.
it's two Daniels.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah, it is quite similar. Like, you can definitely tell.
Yeah.
Like you watch two films, you go like, there's a lot of
Hmm.
him. What does you might be able to answer this, Mickey? What does Daniel Quan? What has he done?
Well, they're together.
They both did with Army Man.
Yeah. So they're the Daniels,
Right,
yeah.
and
That was like their
directed
last
together.
big one.
Got you. Okay.
But
fair.
I hadn't heard of them. I hadn't really seen them.
No, neither until now.
The only movie I know of theirs is Swiss Army Man.
Now let's hope
They also wrote it.
they wrote it as well.
They wrote this one.
Let's hope they absolutely sweep
Very-
the Oscars next season.
Oh,
Do well.
Oscar season, ding, ding, ding.
if they, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. If they don't get like editing or something,
Yeah, I think
Best
they'll
original
get some.
screenplay.
at least
I
nomination.
reckon they'll get
Yeah, original
They'll get an
screenplay.
arse load of nominations.
I
surely.
hope one of the actors gets best actor.
If Kihi Kwan gets a nom, that would be.
I would be so happy.
The guy-
he deserves it.
The guy did Temple of Doom, a few other things, and
Yeah.
then dipped, and then he comes back and just fucking wins it.
Bursts
Yeah.
back on the scene.
That'd be like a Michael Keaton sort of Birdman thing as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think there was a single bad part of this movie.
Yeah,
But I've done this a few times now, but when I watched the movie the first time on my own, I did another little mailbag to myself.
Okay.
So here we go.
Oh, okay.
you embed yourself.
Okay, hey everyone, Michael here, back with another post-movie mailbag. I just saw Everything Everywhere All at Once, and my brain has just been taken on an absolute roller coaster of a ride. This movie, I can't even speak. It was so insanely well written. The most unique story I think I've ever watched on screen, and holy shit! I was laughing, I was crying, I was everything, as per the name of the movie. So, yeah,
That is funny.
yeah, yep. I don't know. I don't have any words. This movie was fucked. It was so good. So yeah, hope everyone's doing well. Hope I'm actually saying some good stuff on the podcast.
You did.
And yeah,
You got to keep all that in.
Nah. That fair enough. Like we're laughing, but that's exactly how I felt.
Yeah.
So I couldn't even put words.
Mind
together.
blown.
Yeah, absolutely mind
Walk out
blown.
there being like, what just happened?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Been taken on a roller coaster.
Yeah. Now I don't think there are any. I can't really say any bad parts. I would be
can't.
splitting hairs if I was.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I didn't really. I couldn't fault this movie.
yeah.
I agree.
One more thing, I'll just final add.
Sure.
I think this movie is so good for people who love movies as well.
Yeah. Definitely.
'Cause, like,
there's a lot to appreciate.
There's a lot of like meta things. There's like the little like Kill Bill nods.
Yeah.
and, like,
yeah.
Michelle Yeoh's old
Yeah.
movies, like just so good.
Yeah.
I agree.
Agreed. Here,
Us
here.
moviegoers.
Really
hit-
cinephiles.
Really hits on a different plane than the layman's. Yeah, no, fair enough.
All right, so that is a wrap for Everything Everywhere All at Once. What a film. We'll now be discussing The Northman, but just before we do, we'll take a quick ad break. So getting into The Northman, boys,
Here we go.
overall thoughts.
Yeah. Epic. I'll start. Epic movie.
Stole my word.
I mean, no. Yeah, we already said epic before.
You asshole.
Loved the setting.
Yeah.
Awesome setting.
Yeah.
The world building was fantastic.
yeah.
The costuming was awesome.
Yeah.
The score. We have to talk about that.
Phenomenal
So nice.
score.
Such a Skyrim score. I know I said it before. Reminded me so much of that.
Yeah.
Not my favorite movie from Robert Eggers. Regular
Really?
listeners of the
Yeah.
podcast will know I'm a big Robert Eggers fan. Probably not my favorite film of his. I still would rate Lighthouse over that.
Okay.
yeah.
But I
okay.
still enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
No, that's a fair point.
We'll get into it, but Will?
Yeah, I love anything related to like Nordic.
Yeah.
Whether it's mythology or
Yeah.
any of that sort of stuff. So like Yildris, I got to get into Yggdrasil, the word.
Yeah,
Anyways, we'll get
yeah,
into it
yeah,
all.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I thought it was an honestly, terrific film. I actually think it was one of those ones that probably didn't play to a lot of audiences.
No.
I think a lot of laymen's would have been like, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it was a bit of I mean, like, to be fair, I do feel like a lot of Robert Eggers' films are like that.
Yeah.
Like The Lighthouse, The Witch.
Yeah.
He
I
just
feel like-
makes what he wants.
I feel like The Witch is a bit more mainstream.
Yeah.
But I feel like this was a bit of an acquired taste. So I think
for
like
sure.
a lot of critics probably would have loved it.
Yeah.
But I think like the average movie girl would have been like,
Michael, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, well, I thought that exactly the same as you guys. Like, the world building was insane. You know, it immediately starts, like, the music.
Sorry. What was that, mate?
It's the clip.
I'm so sorry.
Were you touching it?
Didn't mean to.
Wait, what the fuck?
Flying at you.
Talk on that thing
Yeah,
was
wow.
fucked.
Oh my
Sorry.
God.
Sorry, Mick.
Yeah, no, I think the world building was just insane. Like,
Yeah.
immediately we get this insane music.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're sucked into this Nordic landscape,
Yeah.
like 900 AD, like
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah.
I think the like where they actually filmed it in like Ireland and Iceland was
Yeah.
just like epic
Yeah.
scenery.
The scenery's unreal.
Iceland
Yeah.
looks gorgeous.
Looks
Hey,
phenomenal.
I'd love to visit it.
Tell you what, you don't want to go to Greenland because it's very icy. But that's yarn, isn't it?
Yeah,
yeah.
Iceland's quite green.
Yeah,
Greenland's quite icy.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think the battle scenes and the fight scenes were just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
gruesome and
Oh,
like
yeah.
brutal.
Very gruesome.
Yeah. Well, do you want to yarn?
Shall we get into it?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Favorite scenes?
Favourite scenes.
Will, you go.
Well, I was
go.
one scene that I really loved was when Amleth was with the Vikings and they attacked that town. Obviously,
I was gonna
say,
Anya Taylor
yeah.
Joy.
The like continuous shot.
Yeah,
Long
yeah,
take.
yeah, continuous shot. But what's really cool is one, obviously Skarsgård killed it. Like for the film, he got
So good.
fucking yoked.
He is jacked.
Yeah,
as.
so,
So
it was
jacked.
pretty interesting. I kind of looked into this. So Magnus Igbak was his trainer. There you go.
That's
I
it.
probably fucking butchered that last name.
Nah.
But it's quite. So it was yarn because like they didn't want like how he was in Tarzan where he was really lean. They
Yeah.
wanted like someone thicker, heavier, and it's also meant to be in line with the what was it? The sea spirit animal because you know how he was a wolf and a
Yeah.
bear.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they wanted someone who was like be able to be quick and agile like a
Yeah.
wolf at times, but they also wanted the hulking in presence.
Definitely.
Yeah.
There,
I nailed
which is
that.
quite
100%.
cool how obviously they trained up his physique to
Oh.
embody like his spiritual animal.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought was
He
pretty
looked
cool.
fantastic.
So cool.
On that
Yeah.
scene,
Yeah.
that shot where they're about to breach the gates and he
Yes.
catches the spear.
So sick.
Oh.
And then throws it back.
I didn't
Yes.
notice it the first time, and then
Yeah.
rewatching it, I was like, "Wait, what
Yeah,
the hell? He
yeah.
caught a
16.
spear and
Awesome.
killed someone
Yeah,
like
yeah.
30 meters
Yeah,
away,
that was sick.
and then he jumps off the like fortress
Yeah,
down and
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
axes some
so
guy.
fucked.
Like,
can we just say, like, imagine being like some squirmy whatever. Like, if you're
Yeah.
in, hypothetically, if you're in,
If you're a
Wessex
villager.
or Northumbria, like those little Englishmen, and you have this 7 foot tall,
These big Nordic
hulking
men.
fucking Viking, long hair,
Savages.
huge beard,
Yeah.
just comes at you with a fucking axe you use to chop wood,
and
you
then,
go,
and, then
fuck?
and then ditches the axe and like bites your
Oh.
fucking larynx out.
Mate.
that was fun.
okay,
was
that one.
fucked.
So I don't know. He kills so many people, but
Yeah.
There's the one where there's a horse like 40 meters away,
Yeah.
shooting arrows
Yes.
at him, and he's
Yes.
like just dodging
Yeah.
arrows.
Dodging arrows.
Dodging arrows.
And then he
It's like you're not
axes
Neo
him
from
down
the
and-
Matrix. You know what I mean?
And then he starts biting his neck, and he howls like a wolf.
Yeah.
So
And that's
sick.
That's the first time we see Skarsgård, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So
As an adult. No, yeah,
As
so
an
when he
adult.
moves
properly,
in.
yeah.
Yeah.
that was epic.
Yeah.
I think what was really cool, again, we're talking about these Vanity Fair breakdowns, but the ones that Robert Eggers, the director, and Skarsgård did was they show how the young Amleth has just witnessed the uncle doing what
Killing
he
his
did.
dad.
Kill Ethan Hawke.
And then he goes out to sea, and then the next transition is like this sick scene where it's like, it starts, the camera's like looking at a river, and then the boats go past, and the camera goes out, turns, goes onto the boat.
Yeah.
And this, they all
it's
film
all-
this.
yeah.
Then like they're
How do they do
rowing, so all these actors have to row in sync on this real ship.
Yeah.
And then this actor had to like get out of the
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
And then you see Skarsgård, and he's just like an animal.
Oh,
And it's just like such a cool
sick.
introduction.
That is a really cool shot.
I agree. That's a sick shot.
And then there's that scene where they're like all in the woods, and it's like dark, and they're doing that like wolf dance or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like just screaming, like his eyes go into his head, and it's just sick.
That was gun. That was
Yeah.
awesome with all
So
the rain
cool.
and the fire and
Yeah.
stuff.
yeah.
With that scene we were just talking about, the
battle
raiding,
scene.
the
The
raiding
raiding
scene,
scene, yeah.
how they put all the kids in the barn and
Yeah,
then
they
lit it
love-
on
Oh,
fire.
it's
That was
brutal.
rough.
Ruthless.
Nasty way to go.
Exactly. I don't know why you actually. I was going to say, why wouldn't you just take the kids as slaves?
They
But I
would-
guess like kids
nah.
make shit slaves.
Shit slaves.
Burn them off. Get the adults.
Yeah, but like, I remember
Otherwise you're
watching
feeding
that.
for a few
I remember watching that
years.
and going, "Wow, that is full on." Something is that I watched this with my brother, and I was watching it and I was going, so far, I was going, "Oh, it's not as violent as I thought there was." Of like violent shots, and then as the movie progressed, you get those like really gory shots, and I was like, "Yeah, now it's a Robert Eggers film." Like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah.
Well, the first like scenes, you see the dad gets
His head.
arrows everywhere.
Yeah.
He gets stabbed from like 8 angles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But again,
yeah.
it was. I thought it was very like zoomed out and
Yeah.
like what
Really,
was.
the
I was expecting a
cinematography or
lot more
whatever
graphic
was-
than that, which then we get later on in
Yeah.
the film.
And then the kid, the young Amleth, cuts the guy's
Nose
nose
off?
off.
That
and
was
you
a-
see his
Yeah, that was a
nose.
cool
And
scene.
you're
That
like,
was a cool scene.
fucking
It's
hell.
like Voldemort.
Yeah.
There was what I thought was What I thought was pretty cool is how, I mean, you might know this, but how the film is based on Prince Amblet of Jutland.
I did not know that.
Did not know
so
that.
it's an old Nordic tale of the 12th century.
Wow.
This is a fucking good little fun fact.
Yeah.
And so Shakespeare actually based Hamlet on this tale. So it's Tale of Revenge. So like that's why obviously you watch this film, you'd be like, fuck, this is pretty Hamlet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
In
is.
reality,
Before Hamlet.
before Hamlet. Yeah.
Wow.
Sick.
Yeah.
I did
Based
not know
on
that.
true events, or is it
I
fictional?
have no clue on that point. But yeah, so it's like it's a tale.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like, I think it might just be one of those like, you know, old wives' tales or
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so look pretty sick, I thought.
So cool.
That is cool. That's a fun
So
fact.
it's all like the whole revenge arc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a great revenge story.
Yeah.
I think just quickly,
Yep.
another long take, which kind of when I noticed, I picked it up like the second time, was when they're with young Amleth and the king, who's played by Ethan Hawke, and it goes down into that like kind of temple thing
with Willem Dafoe.
and they're with Willem Dafoe, and they're like being like
You're a
dogs.
young pup.
Yeah,
gripes with
and
that
it's like it's a long take, and then the Willem Dafoe's like, prove that you're not men, and the kid like farts.
Oh, that broke the immersion for me.
Yeah.
I fucking hated that part.
Did
of
you
it.
hate it?
Yeah, when he farted, dude, I was like,
But that's why does Robert Eggers does that with farts? You know, he in the lighthouse
Yeah.
there's heaps of
maybe
farts.
he's got a fart fetish.
maybe
That's his thing, like
Maybe- I don't
Tarantino
know, yeah.
with feet.
Tarantino has feet. Robert Eggers is farts.
That's much worse than feet.
That is
I
fucking
think
weird.
That's weird.
I think Defoe was really good though. He's like,
was.
hearken
Of
to me, you
course.
two like a dogs. Like,
Yeah.
so
I
cool,
love Defoe. His
Yeah.
voice is outstanding.
so good.
Can I bring up a fun fact that I thought
Bring it up.
The game that they play in the mountains where they go.
Oh, the
where
like
they do-
Quidditch game type
and
thing.
So
Yes.
So my
Oh.
brother was saying apparently that's like an old like Icelandic Irish game, and I looked
Yeah.
up the name of it. I'm gonna absolutely
try say it. Here we
butcher the
go.
pronunciation here. Naglitir.
Oh my!
Far away. What is it?
That can't be it.
Oh, yes, of course. The K is silent.
Yeah, the K is silent. Go.
Nut liqueur?
Yeah.
The good game of nut
Michael,
liqueur.
you-
Where?
Give it a go. Down there.
No way.
Yeah. Try it.
Maybe you do say the K.
Natlicker.
No, you don't.
But it's like Canute.
I looked up the pronunciation. It's like
Canute is really
Natli.
fucking sick.
Natli. Anyway.
Oh my God.
That and then so a question about that scene. The big guy who's
Hathor Bjornsson.
that's Thor Bjornsson. Yeah,
it is. The strong man.
Yeah, I thought
He
so.
was fucking brutal.
Yeah, it's brutal. He almost killed the kid. What was his?
Have you seen him fucking cave in
In Game of
over in
Thrones?
Martin?
That
His
was a
hell's face
terrible
in
scene.
Game of Thrones.
Like great scene, but like ooh,
What
made
a
me
dude, what an
shudder.
idiot. Just stab the bastard.
Yeah,
Anyway,
stab him.
That's getting off track.
We'll do that in the
yeah,
Game of Thrones
That's true.
episode.
That's true.
Just on that scene,
yes.
so cool.
Yes.
The kid, the son, his name's Gunnar or Gunnar or something.
Yeah, he's a little brat.
He's a little bitch,
Yeah,
and he
hate
runs out like yelling, like, "Oh, you didn't win"
Yeah.
or whatever.
Sucks,
I hope that he died.
Oh, that would have been great to see.
Bjornsson like is about to.
Yeah, he's about to.
He's about to
murk him.
Yeah,
That's like a
fuck him,
slave
and
or
then
something.
About to
Amleth
cave in his head.
Amleth bashes him and
Yeah.
headbutts him to death.
That was,
Yeah.
that was
very
gory.
brutal, yeah.
I was covering my eyes. I was
Yeah.
like, ooh, that was rough.
yeah.
One thing I wanted to touch on, which I thought was pretty cool, is so King Orvindell, so Ethan Hawke, how
Yeah.
he's known as like the War Raven.
Yes.
Pretty sick how like obviously the ominous weather when he comes in sort of foreshadows his death.
Yeah.
And then how he's the War Raven, and then the ravens throughout the movie are like they're a guide for
Yeah,
Amleth.
yeah.
And what's also kind of interesting is ravens are Odin, the All Father.
Yeah.
Ravens are how Odin sees everything. Like when he comes down to Earth, he sees it through the eyes of the ravens. So it's
There
like
you go.
every time they're on screen, Odin's watching. So it's like Odin's always watching his path throughout the film.
I really liked their
That's-
like part of the
sick.
story. That was cool.
Yeah.
Like as in the with the gods and stuff.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
also like how the ravens like come and save him later.
yeah,
Little things like that. That was cool.
Yeah,
Very,
that
very
was
cool.
awesome. I really enjoyed the scenes leading up to the death of the son. So like all the scenes, like the
Yeah.
different nights where he starts to torment them.
He's
and kill
tormenting
different
them.
people and hang their bodies on the houses and
They
stuff.
were fucked.
yeah,
those
that
murders.
that was awesome. I really enjoyed
He killed someone and tied someone up with their intestines.
Intestines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Wow.
cooked.
that. Was
Can make a few sausages out of those things.
I think like from that point, the story just ramps up and up and up, and you're like, holy
it does.
shit.
It's a bit of like slow burn at times.
yeah,
but
for
it's
sure,
definitely worth the yarn.
The other- yeah, no, you go, Mike.
Just
You go
before we
far
get
away.
into like, because the third act is insane.
yeah.
I thought there were a few little slightly funny moments, like when Amleth is like becoming a slave and like he's like trying to work his way on the farm or whatever. And there was a moment where there's a slave holding like the back end of this like log thing,
Yeah.
and then he like bumps him off. He's like, "Go take a piss,"
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
just
Yeah.
like little things like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And then there's the scene where he fights the like zombie who has the sword.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he puts the head in
In his ass.
in its own ass.
Yeah.
Like,
That was a bit
what?
confusing to me.
Stallone, you'll love this.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the mound dweller is a Draga.
Yeah, from Skyrim. Exactly.
The dead who watch over tombs.
The Dead Who Watch Over.
That
It's
is
in
sick.
Skyrim. Did you ever play
And-
Skyrim?
No, well, mate, you're missing
mate,
it. You gotta
you're
be
missing
I know, my
far
brother's
up.
always
Literally,
played it.
it's literally the Northman.
But yeah, and so
in a
what's
video
kind
game.
of interesting is Dragas are meant to be an early type of vampire,
Oh.
and which is quite interesting because that sword obviously can only be used at night.
At
Yeah.
night, yeah.
As we know, vampires pray at night. So I thought that was kind of cool how it wraps in. Did want to touch on Yggdrasil, the world tree.
Oh,
How fucking cool that was! That was
Oh,
the family,
loved that.
the family
Man.
tree and stuff.
I love
They
those shots.
they were my like favorite shots.
Yeah.
With
and the
the
music.
music.
Yeah, the music.
that shot of the Valkyrie riding
Yes.
up into
Scary.
into like what would be
Valhalla.
Valhalla, like the heaven. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
those-
and the ending
those-
shot of that.
Yeah.
So
The horse
sick.
just in the air.
Yeah.
Those scenes were so cool.
I love like Nordic mythology.
It's fucking
it's
sick.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
Shit like that, like
Yeah.
Valkyries.
I
the dragon
literally
shit.
wrote in my phone when I was taking notes.
Yeah.
I said, ancestral tree scenes and Valkyrie scenes were the best.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
So cool.
Because it's also like because the whole yarn is the Valkyries are who take you to Valhalla. So
Yes.
it's like, and
And is it only like if you die with honor in battle that you get taken there?
Yeah. That's why it's like if you die without a fucking sword in hand, then you're apparently not allowed into Valhalla. Which is why in like the last Kingdom and Vikings, they're always like, give me a sword or whatever.
Yeah,
They want to die
really
in battle and stuff. Yeah. So I thought that was kind of cool, obviously, throughout the movie because it's like, again, sort of foreshadowing the conclusion. Yeah.
We haven't touched on Anya Taylor Joy really in this movie. She's very good.
She's so good.
I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
Regular listeners of the show will know. Big Anya Taylor Joy fan.
Yeah.
She does have a hyphenated first name. Don't trust her. But
Don't trust the
fantastic actress.
It's quite because I think before I hadn't seen The Witch when we had our last podcast.
Yes.
And watched, and I've fucking really, and then watching The Northman completely changed my thoughts.
Yeah.
Like I now realize like she's gonna be one of the greats.
Oh,
Like,
for
she's
sure.
fucking unreal. Because like
So
she's in
good.
Peaky Blinders, and I think that was sort of how she. And I haven't seen The Queen's Gambit, which is obviously she's the fucking lead in that.
Yeah.
And she kills it apparently, but like. She fucking did really well in this film.
So
and I
good.
think
Her
for someone
voice was very
her
good.
age,
Yeah.
for someone her age to come on and
It'd be a tough film to do.
competing with Skarsgård,
Defoe.
Nicole Kidman, Defoe,
Yeah.
and like
Stellan Skarsgård as well.
Yeah,
He's in it.
Oh, he's like the old dude.
Yeah, he's the old dude in the mountain.
yeah.
Sorry, continue.
No, that's right. Yeah, I was just gonna say,
Yeah,
like,
to compete with
to
those
compete with them
massive.
is really, really impressive.
Yeah.
Now can we talk about the elephant in the room?
What?
Nicole Kidman.
What about her?
I thought she fucking sucked.
I thought she was average.
I just thought like
and I hated her character.
I hated her character. Yeah.
She played the fucking character well.
Yeah,
But I just thought like I couldn't get it out of her head. I really thought she just kind of broke the immersion for me.
Okay.
I thought you could have had
Yeah.
a lot of different actresses who could have played that part well.
Yeah.
And for some reason, Nicole just didn't do it for me.
Yeah,
I agree.
You want to hear this is a good yarn.
Go.
The potties will the Cinemates brethren will love this. And ladies, of course. Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
So her, I think it's her mother lives nearby where I live, and she runs.
She runs
in my street.
She runs like a
weirdo. A weirdo.
Yeah.
Please don't take it personally, Nicole. She runs like a bit of a gazelle, like very upright.
Yeah.
Anyways, and so during
Seen her
lockdown,
running around.
my dad, we were always out the front and stuff. So my dad would always see them, and Nicole and Keith Urban, were fucking walking up and down our street.
No way.
Yarn, dude. And my dad had a fucking yarn with them.
No way.
Yeah. Like, how you going? Oh, the house is coming on when a house getting renovated.
Your dad would absolutely yarn the house down with
Yeah.
you.
And I was like, I just watched from my window and I was fucking starstruck. I was like, Keith Urban walking past, like with a fucking big trucker hat on, off-white.
That's so funny.
What a lord. But yeah, circling back.
Yeah.
Apologies, always going
That's
on
right.
a rant.
That's okay.
I just
Love a
thought
rant.
like, just didn't do it for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Like maybe it's because like, you've seen her in so much other stuff, but sometimes like, they just don't fit the film. I thought. What did you guys think about it?
So I suppose like getting into sort of bits we didn't like about the movie.
Yeah.
I thought from like the first and second act kind of went a bit too quickly for me, if that makes sense. In terms of like they had that like tripping scene where him and his father like bonded and did that thing, and then straight after that he gets killed.
Yeah.
I thought that was a bit too quick, and then it's like bang, he's already in a different area.
Yeah.
We don't really get much backstory, and then he's back to Iceland, and he's like a slave. I think that was a bit too quick.
Okay.
And then from the second act to leading up was a lot more like grounded, and I thought was more natural going. I didn't think the sort of plot points were very natural for me.
Yeah.
From the opening until the middle part of the movie.
I
if that
did
makes
hear
sense.
that they like had to cut it down a bit.
Did they have to cut? That makes sense. Yeah, I mean it's already a long film, and that does make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would kind
I'd
of
like to see a director's cut version.
Yeah.
It's like 4 hours.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah,
It's interesting you say that because I actually thought that the first act when he's as a kid, I thought they did that was like long enough because I feel like
They couldn't,
in a film like that, you don't really want to drag that on.
No, I know. I just didn't.
Yeah.
Maybe it was from when he was an adult to finding Fjolnir.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah,
that
I
was
get
really
you.
quick.
I get you.
And I would have loved to see him
Kind
come
of
back
being-
and take back a kingdom.
Yeah, I thought that was happening. That I fucking agree.
Yeah.
I was like, I was like, that would be sick.
It
I wanna
was
see him-
kind of
'cause
lackluster that he had already been taken over and he was just like a farmer or
bitch.
whatever.
Yeah. He's moved with a couple of slaves. And he's got
Yeah.
some shitty little village.
Yeah.
No, like I wanted there to be like some big fucking battle where he's got this army of vagabonds that he's reached on his days of being. I thought this was how I thought it would go.
Yeah.
He's a Viking,
Yeah.
He's gathered this like group of like
Ragtag
fucking ragtag bunch, the motley crew.
Yeah.
And then he comes back and fights his fucking
Like
uncle
sieges a city.
and just murks
Yeah.
the fuck
Yeah.
and takes everything back.
Yeah.
That would have been sick.
But
That's
I guess, that's
It still was good, but I was expecting him
some
to take
big,
back
I
his
thought there'd be a
kingdom.
big battle.
Yeah.
Like the raid was the biggest fight in it, which
Yeah.
I was like, Vikings, you've got to have an epic fucking battle.
Yeah.
Fucking shield wall, axes, arrows, spears.
Well, didn't we get that with when he raids the village?
Nah, that didn't. Was there a shield wall in there?
No.
Not really.
A shield wall's pretty iconic.
We got it. We wanted more of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fair
I
enough.
wanna be like, ooh, shield wall, bang, bang, and they fucking charge.
Maybe
in.
like a group coming by sea on ships, like to raid from.
Where were the
Yeah.
long ships? For
Where were
God's
the long
sakes?
ships? Where were the long
For
ships?
God's
Actually-
sakes, where were the long ships?
just on long ships, because it's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
And they have all the like little trivia facts.
Yeah.
And they were saying what all the actors kept as like mementos. And Willem
Here we
Dafoe kept a long ship.
course
He's
he
got
did.
a long ship now.
Of course, he
Fuck
did.
off.
I swear.
He's got a whole long ship.
He's got a whole long
That does
ship.
not surprise me.
What's he gonna do with it? I bet he's probably got like some great haul just to store.
Yeah.
it and
But
just
he's got a
stays
big
at it.
hoard of treasure of just movies that he's done.
And
There you go. He's just got a treasure room.
compare that to what Skarsgård has.
what did he get?
You know how he's nude in the final fight scene? He wore these thongs
Yeah.
in filming and they got blood all over him. He kept a thong and like
His
framed
real
it.
blood or?
I don't know.
Oh, right.
Probably animal,
Um,
blood, I think, or they might use. just
Or maybe fake blood. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah, that makes sense.
nonetheless, long ships.
Something else to touch on as well. I loved the final fight scene, like you know the prophecy fulfilling, like the lake of fire.
Yeah.
I just thought it was kind of like a bit like went too quickly,
Really?
and it was like I don't know. I didn't
Fair enough.
feel as fulfilled. I loved how obviously he got him, like he
Yeah.
revenged his father, but then he died and he didn't get to see his kids.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
when he goes to Valhalla,
he
which
made
is
that
great.
choice
Yeah. I
know,
when
he
he
made that
dived off the
choice.
ship.
And
Yeah.
good on him for doing that. But I would have loved to have seen him reunite with his family. Maybe that wouldn't have
Yeah.
been as good
Well-
of an ending, but hey, that's just me.
I
Well,
agree.
yeah.
I wish that we got that happy ending, especially because him and Olga
Yeah.
get so close.
What
and
a
you,
shit name, just quickly. Olga. God.
mate, she didn't choose it.
I know, no, what I'm saying just in general, like,
Okay.
that's a name that's going to be phased out, I reckon.
Well,
yes.
yeah, we get so connected to them, and you're like, "Fuck, I would love them. I'd love him to get the vengeance, come back, be king, whatever."
Yeah.
But like, he made the choice, and I
Yeah.
think, at least for me, I remember getting to the final battle scene, and you got all the smoke, and like you're seeing the lava. And when I first watched it, I was like, "Wait, are they both naked? Is that
Yeah.
like a thing? They get naked for fights?"
Possibly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if that's for
Okay,
that film, but they
but
do.
nonetheless, the uncle is like so jacked.
Oh, he is big. He's
Klaus
jacked.
Bang plays him, which by the way, I thought he was really good.
He was fantastic.
His
Yeah.
character obviously.
I actually,
Yeah.
it was good. It was cool. I did like that. We actually didn't talk about the big twist in it, which is obviously the fact that they conspired.
that the
to
mother
kill
was
Ethan
actually-
Hawke.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I actually thought that was really good.
That was a wig out when she started kissing him. I was like, no, stop.
She
Stop.
becomes
But then
a
she was-
psycho
But then she was obviously
getting
like,
with a
she was trying to
former
stab
son,
him
yeah.
and
Yeah.
like distract him. So I was like, okay,
character,
sure, but still,
fucking bitch.
that
was fucked.
That was a rough scene to sit through.
When we're talking about that fight, what's quite cool is obviously Mount Hekla. It's an Icelandic volcano.
Yes.
Again, throughout the film, it starts off dormant and then gets more and more active
Yeah.
throughout the film. And
Oh,
that's like
okay.
the fight as
Yeah.
it's
I
erupting.
didn't pick that up.
So it's another sort of little foreshadowing.
I think. I think just on the fight scene as well. Like
Yeah,
obviously
ending
it's
fight scene.
building up,
Yeah.
and they're like jumping over little like streams of lava and stuff, and you think Amleth is gonna die. He's
Yeah.
like been cut in the arm, and he's just like wheezing there, which Skarsgård is like killing, and then he just goes ham and he's like screaming and just fucking
double like
behead
and like
through the chest. And I was like,
and then that
fuck.
final
Like,
shot was
Talk about a double tap.
yeah.
final shot.
Yeah.
He's like lying there
Beautiful.
dying, and then you get the
Beautiful.
Valkyrie.
Yeah.
The music's insane.
Yeah,
It
beautiful
was-
shot.
I thought it was really good. Something that we didn't talk about as well, we kind of mentioned it. I thought the uncle's performance was really good, and there's like the scenes where Amleth has killed the oldest son,
Yes.
and the uncle is like screaming like he's taken his heart, like what the fuck? And then you see Amleth on the hill,
and he
and he's
comes
like
back.
doing his speech.
Yeah, and he can't draw his sword because it's
No.
yeah.
But I thought sick. I had goosebumps when he was yelling it out. But
Yeah,
sick
yeah.
quote was like saying he's like, I am his vengeance.
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
just
That was
yelling
sick.
at them, and then
Yeah.
he fucks everyone, and then he gets taken.
And then he gets taken, and
That
then he
was
goes,
sick.
"How do you know
Great.
it's not a rabid dog's heart?" And then he's like, "Fuck,
Yeah.
his son's heart back."
So good.
Yeah.
And then like later, again, I fucking hate the little son and
Yeah.
Nicole Kidman, the
Gunnar,
mum.
the fucking bitch.
I'm glad.
He stabs Amleth in the back heaps. Said, fuck off, and then he kills him.
Yeah.
I'm glad they both got murked. I was not hoping he would
Yeah.
save the son.
Yeah,
Um,
dude. Oh,
yeah.
She played the character well, but what
She
a
did, yeah.
fucking bitch.
But then the uncle's like looking down. He sees they're dead.
Yeah,
And then he's like,
he could have killed him just.
yeah,
there.
he puts his sword away.
Yeah,
And Amleth is like, I'll meet you at the gates of hell. Like, just little epic things like that.
great. I love
So good.
Gates of Hell. What a
Gates of
line.
Hell, the volcano.
So
What a
sick.
line.
Well, I believe I could be wrong here,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure fucking Mount. I gotta deal with this. Hang on. Mount Heckler means gates of hell.
Oh, really?
Ah, cool.
That's sick.
Could be wrong.
Um,
I might have misread that.
yeah, we obviously didn't get the happy ending, but I still thought it was an epic story
Oh, for
of
sure.
revenge.
Absolutely.
So good. And the ride to Valhalla at the end was just sick.
Is that everything? I think I'm
Yeah, I'm done as well.
done.
That's everything, everywhere, all at
All
once.
at once.
All right, so that is a wrap for The Northman. Again, another insane movie. And that is a wrap for the episode. Another double header. 2 great flicks, 2022.
Yeah.
As always, thanks so much for listening to this episode of Cinemates, a podcast where a bunch of mates chat about cinema over some drinks. And huge thank you again, Nick and Will, for coming on the
Oh, thanks for
podcast.
having us.
It's a pleasure having you
It's
on.
unreal.
Possibly might see you in future for Chernobyl, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
Chernobyl?
Let's do a bit of a tease. I'd love to do that. That'd be
Yeah,
great.
100%.
Or Game of Thrones.
Or Game of Thrones.
Oh, the list goes on.
Yeah, for sure.
As always, please let us know what you want to hear about in future episodes. And if you want to send in a mailbag or do an elevator pitch to me, send us a DM on Instagram or TikTok at cinemaze_. Otherwise, we'll catch you for the next episode. Thanks so much for listening to this episode of Cinemates. Make sure to follow us and leave a review on your chosen streaming platforms. Also, check out our Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube channel for more Cinemaze content. In the spirit of reconciliation, we acknowledge Australia's First Nations people as the traditional owners and custodians of the land and pay respect to the Cammeraygal people of the Eora Nation upon whose country Cinemaze is based. We honour the storytelling and culture of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander communities across Australia. Also, in the spirit of chatting with mates, remember it's always important to check in with those around you. Whether it's friends, family, or colleagues, sometimes they may be going through a hard time, and chatting with them may reassure them that they aren't alone. If you or anyone you know is ever struggling, call Lifeline on 13 11 14.